Hello, lovely family and friends. A warm welcome back to my channel. I hope you are all doing well by God's grace. I'm also doing very well. My name is Samira, by the way. So if you're new here, welcome and welcome to everybody else. So today we are making Okrosoup. But what kind of Okrosoup are we making? We are making one pot Okrosoup. One pot Okrosoup and sunedian. What is that all about? So this is where you put all your ingredients in the pot and you cook it. It is the fastest and the most delicious Okrosoup you ever taste. Trust me. Okay, so stay with me and I'll go through this with you step by step how you can make this seafood. I failed to mention it's seafood Okrosoup. Let me give the title properly. Seafood one pot Okrosoup. And one pot seafood Okrosoup. One of them, take one of them, no problem. You'll pay me out to me for. Actually, this is a potobum shegum Okrosoup. So get in there and let's see how it's done. So as usual, we'll go through our ingredients first. And here I have my okro or okra. Then I have a few garden eggs, which I'll be just slicing and just leaving them in, okay? So I have my onion, I have my chilies, I have my ginger, and then garlic, okay? And here I have aniseed and a little bit of calabash nutmeg, okay? And here I have my abobi. Keta schoolboys, okay? And these are anchovies, they are dried anchovies, okay? So I'm just showing you how you peel them, like, you remove them from the gut upwards. So you peel the gut because the gut can be very bitter, okay? So yeah, when you just peeling the head off, you start from the guts, like the middle of the gut, and like that, and then you rip it off, okay? So I'll be doing that too, all of it. This is a very annoying job. I'll just do it off camera. I won't waste your time, okay? So yeah, I'll put that aside and we go through the rest of our protein, okay? So here I have some mackerel, grilled mackerel. I have some grilled dry fish. I forgot the name. I have some crabs, tuna, and then I have shrimps or prawns. What's the difference in here then? I don't even know. Okay, so I'm adding my Keta schoolboys or Abobi. Okay, this is it. I've peeled all of it and I've washed it nicely. So here are some mushrooms. These are some plants I want to add. I'll call it plants. Okay, and my oil. You can use you can this soup you can do it without oil, but I wanted to add oil. My kids, if they didn't see oil, they won't eat it. So here are the my chilies, okay, my aromatics that I have washed nicely, and I'm going to be blending all of them together. So my chilies, my onions, my garlic, and my ginger, okay, right? So yeah, I'll put all in my blender jug and I'll add my calabash nutmeg and my anise seed, okay? You can add Maggi cube if you want to add Maggi cube to your soup. And here I have fish powder and shrimp powder. Okay, I'll put everything in the description box, all the ingredients and their measurement. And I'm adding my salt now. You know why I'm adding the salt here, okay? So yes, I'm add enough salt to be able to season your food, your soup, because this is what I call one pot soup, and you have to season it from the start. Otherwise, well, you can add some salt later on, but then the protein needs to be well seasoned. Okay. So yeah, this is it nicely blended, right? Okay. So set that aside. Actually, we'll go ahead and marinate our fish. Okay, so we pour all the fish in our saucepan, all of it, okay, because don't forget we are making one pot okra soup, okay? So with this soup, all you have to do is to put all your ingredients in your saucepan and you just cook it. Trust me, It is the easiest and the quickest, the laziest delicious okra soup you ever make. Okay, so yeah, this is everything here. We are going to pour our aromatics, blended aromatics on it, and we'll leave it to marinate as we cut our okra. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm trying to break the tuna because they were too big, so I wanted them to be a bit smaller, so I broke them, yeah, up. Okay, so I've poured it on it, and what we're going to let it sit for it to season our fish nicely. Okay, so you can let it sit as long as you wish, but I let mine sit for about an hour or a little bit more. Okay, so yeah, you let it, you stir it, and you make sure that every bit of the fish gets some of this goodness. Okay, so that it marinates nicely. Okay, otherwise your fish will be very bland, your soup will not be nice. Simple. Okay, so yeah, my okra is nicely cut, and I'm adding some bicarbonate of soda to it. Okay, you can add can, but can takes a bit of time to dissolve, I think. So yeah, if you can grind it or you dissolve it, it will be much better. Okay, right? Yeah. So yeah, you pour your okra in your saucepan. You add it to your fish, all your fish, and then you add some water. Give it a good stir, and then you let the heat do its thing. Okay, you just sit, look for somewhere to perch. So I'm adding some chilies, okay, just for a little goodness, okay. And I'm adding my mushrooms now. Just everything goes in now. I wanted to add the spinach, but I changed my mind, so I didn't add it at all. I'm adding some um chopped red onions as well, okay, to give it a bit of color, right? Okay. So yeah. So as you saw earlier, I put some garden eggs in it, and I'd cut it, I sliced it. Okay, so all that I want is not for anything. I always like garden eggs, I like to eat garden eggs, so I slice it so that it will be, uh sleeping inside. Just a bed dim. And I been and a bed nanting. Be walking inside the soup. What you say? So you give it a stir, good, very good stir, and me removing little bones from the fish. Yeah. Okay, and then that is it. This is very simple. You just sit down. I said you can go and perch somewhere, but actually, unless you are not like me, or and you using a bigger saucepan, then you can sit somewhere and perch. But with mine, you can see my saucepan is full, and okra has a tendency of overflowing. Okay, has that tendency to overflow, so you have to be standing there. So I actually stood there and made sure it didn't go into the fire, and thankfully it didn't, because me page maybe I even a baby na you're not coming to clean the stove from this slimy things. It's not a pleasant job. So I wasn't ready for that. It's not me painting. Okay. So this is where I'm adding my red oil. As I said, you can omit it if you want, but I want red oil. My case, if they don't see red oil, they don't eat. Okay. Add it and give it a stir and let it boil. Okay. So if you watched it to this point, well, give me a like. What do you think? And please subscribe and share. Okay. And thank you very much for staying with me and for watching this video to this stage. I really do appreciate everything and every single one of you. Okay. Thank you. And yes, stir it, leave it to boil, and then that is it. You can serve this with your bankun, your eba, your kunkunte, your, as I've mentioned, kunkunte means kunkunte is coming soon. Abitia, face the wall. You will love it. Okay, right. So yeah, this is very very easy, and it is so fun to do because Charlie, Ejubane knows. So all that you need to do is to prep your stuff, and chuck everything in. But the most important bit of this recipe that you shouldn't miss is marinating the fish. Okay, let it sit. Otherwise, it doesn't taste really good. Okay, because you need that fish to be well seasoned, okay, before you add everything else. Otherwise it will be just plain bland, okay, like bland. like I see before they are both. So long as what so okay. So then thank you for joining me, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.